All right, y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm King Tyson. Don't forget to like and subscribe, like I always tell y'all to do in the beginning of the end of my videos. Check it out. Before we start, write me at KingTyson713@yahoo.com if you want my advice about something, you want my opinion about something, or if you got an idea for the next video. Write me KingTyson713@yahoo.com. Also, y'all, I make a lot of videos, y'all. If y'all like this content, go watch the other videos. Go to the video tab section on this YouTube channel. Scroll down, read the titles. If there's a video that you're interested in, watch it. Leave me a comment. I appreciate all the feedback, y'all. I appreciate our support. You know, man, I appreciate everybody that keep tuning back. Everybody that comment. I appreciate even the new people that's coming in and watch one or two videos. I know y'all gonna watch more, but I really appreciate that. I had a little difficulty with the sound. I got that together, so I know the last couple of videos the sound has kind of been off, but we got it together right now. So I always make sure I bring dope content to y'all, so I want to make sure everything is everything is right, you know. So look, check it out. On to the video. What makes a healthy relationship? You know, people think that healthy relationships are relationships that a lot of times looks good from the outside. People can see a couple and say, "Oh, hey man, they got man, they're a good looking couple. They got kids. They go to their house is in order. You know, they might be driving foreign cars, or they might be driving good cars, you know, vehicles and whatnot. It seems like they got everything together from the outside. Those are what we all strive for when we think about relationships. When we think about relationship goals or relationships, you think about the couple that looks good together, the couple that everything is good on the outside. That's what you think about. But let me say this, y'all. It's not what's on the outside of the relationship. It's what's the foundation of the relationship. It's the foundation that determines which direction the relationship is going to go. Because if you can have a pretty house, but if the foundation is shaky, then you're going to have some issues that's going to shake the house, and you're going to start having cracks in the house, and house might start shifting. You know, this is the reason why you have to have a strong foundation. And to have a strong foundation is you have to have the connection, you have to have the communication between you and your partner. That's numero uno. You gotta have that. If you don't have that, I don't care what the outside looks like. I don't care what people perceive y'all as when y'all go out and how good y'all look together. If the foundation is shaky, the relationship will not last. You don't know how many times that you know what, I tell you what, you ever heard someone say, "Man, I know they gonna make it. You know, that couple gonna make it." Or you might say a relationship that you like, "Damn, they ain't finna make it long." But the ones that people think not gonna make it long, those be the ones that actually last. It be the ones that people think that this couple's gonna make it. Those be the ones that kind of, you know, don't make it. And the reason being is because you have to have communication. You have to have connection. You have to have understanding. That's what a relationship is about. Understanding, communication. Let me say this. And you have to have a purpose while you're in a relationship. Because sometimes people get into relationships for various reasons. And love sometimes is not the purpose of the relationship. Some people get into relationships for a financial stability, right? And we talking men and women. Men, you got some men be getting into relationships with women who got a place together, got a car, they mooching off of them. That's the reason why they get in a relationship. You got some women get into relationships because they feel like, hey, If I get in a relationship with him, I know it's safe. I really don't care about him. I really don't love him. I'm going to just deal with it until, whatever. Until I get my own situation, I move around. You got people get into relationships for various reasons. So what I'm saying is it got to be in true intent for one thing. Because if it's based off of anything different besides loving each other, it's gonna be an issue. Now, let me say this: they did a poll a few years back, and I need to find my source on that. But I remember reading something about this. I think it was in a Cosmopolitan magazine or something like that. They said that there was a large percentage of women that they asked a lot of women, and they said that when you got married, did you already was in love with your husband, or did you have to grow into loving your husband? And majority of the women that they asked said that they had to grow into loving their husband. Now, let me say this. What would you call it? Would you call that settling? Or would you say these women settled because they wasn't in love? They might have loved their husband, but they wasn't in love with him. So they had to grow to fall in love with their husband. Yes, that happens. That's real life. It's women, it is what it is. Some women will, and this is why I say women, you have the advantage, because as a woman, for one thing, you should not be having to struggle when you with the man. Now, I'm not saying a man got to have every single thing, but what I will say this: by a certain age, a man should have the necessities. And what are those necessities? King Tyson, necessities are a man should have a career going, a man should have a vehicle, and a man should have a place to stay. Those are 3 necessities that a man needs to have, ladies. And ladies, some of y'all will get in relationships with men who don't have all 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me say this. I know as people, we fall short and we might need some help. But as a man, there's supposed to be no excuses, y'all. As a man, this will make us a man. We can't have excuses. As a man, we got to find, if we lose our job, we got to go get another job. We got to go find a ditch digging job. We got to go clean toilets. We got to do everything we got to do to be a man and provide. It might not be the best job, but we got to do what we got to do to provide. No excuses. Life give women excuses. As a man, there is no excuses. Because you could you could drive past, you could see a man by himself on the side of the road begging for money, and you'll drive right past and say, hey man, that man need to get a job. He a grown man, in good health, he need to get a job. You can see a woman on the side of the road, your heart gonna be a little bit different because she's a woman. It's gonna be a little different. Women can make excuses. That's what make women women. Women can make excuses. The world do not care about a man's feelings. Men cannot make excuses. So what I'm saying is that, fellas, whatever you got to do what you got to do to provide. Hopefully, legally, is what I'm saying. Because I don't want you to get out here and times get hard. You like, okay, I got to go hit a lick. Then you go hit a lick, and then you get caught, jail time. Then you're away from your family. You're away from your kids. So I don't recommend you do that. It's so many other ways to make money in today's time versus you hitting the lick. That's the old days. The old days we were trying to hit licks and getting little bullshit ends, risking penitentiary, trying to get a few dollars. It's too much ways out here to make money, y'all. If you got a vehicle, you could do Uber. You could do Uber Eats. You could do Lyft. They got places where you could deliver boxes. I mean, if you got a little pickup truck, you can go pick up crates. What's that? I want to say crates. I think it's crates. No, not crates. It's pallet boards. Pallets. You can do pallets that make, decent money. If you go pick up junk and different people throwing away junk and stuff, you could take that and resell it or turn it in. You could do temporary jobs. They got temporary jobs that you could do. If you got your credit right, you get you a loan. It's ways. Get your credit card. It's different ways that you can make money in today's time. You just gotta research it without having to hit a lick. I'm telling y'all. But anyway, I don't want to ramble on for what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that everything might seem good from the outside, but the inside has to be right, y'all. And when it comes to a relationship, the inside, you don't know how many times I myself seen the perfect relationship just about. You're like, damn, man, everything looks good together. And then a year or so, they in a divorce court. And you like, what happened? Y'all look good together, this and that. The foundation is rocky. The foundation is rocky. It takes, when you truly love somebody, you really have to be understanding and really, really patient and really willing to give that person more than one chance when stuff happens. Especially a long-term relationship. Long-term relationships, you're going to go through some things. And I'm not necessarily talking about cheating. I'm just saying life happens. God forbid there's deaths in the family. Financial hardships happens. Different things happen in relationships. You have to be that rock for the person you with sometimes. I mean, relationship is work, y'all. A healthy relationship is work. You have to listen to the person you with. Y'all have to listen to each other. It's like y'all gotta be intertwined together. One person can't be always bucking the system. You have to be willing to lose an argument, per se. Now, I'm not saying do the get along game in a relationship. No, I'm saying that sometimes you might not win that particular discussion. You might just say, okay, all right, we got to agree to disagree. Or you got it this time. Or I got it this time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's about what's best for the relationship. You gotta take a step back and let things flow. It's about compromising. Compromising is really good for a healthy relationship. Learning to compromise. We need to learn how to compromise. That's why I say a lot of times when you be single for a long time, it's good to be single, to know yourself, to know your self-worth, to know what you're looking for in the next relationship. But it's bad because you could be single for so long that you don't want to compromise. It's hard for you to compromise. It's hard for you to take in the other person's consideration because you're so used to doing everything yourself and you put yourself in a box. The longer you be single, the harder it is for you to be settled in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? To be understanding in a relationship. Because you so used to doing it by yourself. You're like, you know what, I ain't got to take this. I just be single. That's why it ain't always good to be single for a long period of time. It's okay to be single, but not in a long period of time. Yeah, back to what I was saying about I was going into the thing about I'll say some stuff when I get I get thrown off for a second, and I don't want to be rambling, y'all. Women, like I said, the poll for the Cosmopolitan magazine. So they said that a majority of women had to learn to love their husband. I believe it. I don't believe it's not true. No, I believe it's true. That because Women are like this, and as we get, you know what? Let me say this: as a woman, you should know, and not even just as a woman, as people, period. You should know when you got something that's some type of value, some type of substance. especially as older we get, we should learn how to, okay, it's time to fold them. Just like some cards. I got what I got, I'm folding them, I'm stopping. And like we shooting dice. We up. All right, man. I gotta know when to stop. Or you gambling at the casino. I don't want some money. I know when to stop, trying to go home. But sometimes in relationship, it's just picking people. We'll win a little bit. We'll want to keep going and keep going. We want to keep trying to, okay, we let this one go. We try to go for the next one and see if this one gonna be the next one above this one. We try to let that one and go to the next one above that one. And sometimes you end up crapping out. You can't crap out. So I believe those women said, okay, you know what? I got this man. I'm not in love with him. I do love him. Let's learn to work on it. Let me learn to love him and work on this relationship. Excuse me, y'all keep coughing. My allergies, I'm sorry. Let's learn to work on this relationship and work on this marriage. And for the most part, it works for those women. For the most part. I know women don't typically get everything they want in a man. But hey, maybe women you look at like, I'm gonna take what I can get. And that's smart. You know, that's smart. But to make a long story short, healthy relationship, as long as it's a healthy relationship, that's what makes a healthy relationship, y'all. It has to be a relationship where y'all willing to have a strong foundation by communicating with each other, understanding each other, learning to listen to each other. You know, you're not going to always be where y'all never argue, because arguments happen. But you have to learn how to argue, even have a healthy argument. Nobody's cursing each other out, calling each other out their names. Learning how to not having to yell, you know? Learning how to have a disagreement without it being physical, without it being somebody, like I said, cursing each other out. That's what you have to learn in relationships. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm King Tyson. Peace and blessings. One love. On to the next one. I'm out.